Do you need a laser machine after you've had a Cricut? In today's video, I'm going to dive into a true comparison on if you think it is appropriate for you to upgrade to a laser machine. I'm not saying you have to upgrade to this laser machine. I just have a laser machine on the table. But what I want to do in today's video is share my honest thoughts about these type of machines, what you need to look out for, and we have 3 guiding questions that we're going to go over in today's video. Number 1, the price point. Number 2, could we actually use this machine, and is it super confusing, and what that looks like? And number 3, how Maker's Gonna Learn's platform cut files and fonts and everything like that could integrate into another machine like a laser. If you're new around here, my name is Tanner Bell. I teach people how to craft every single day. And for the past 7 years, I've ran a platform called Maker's Gonna Learn, where we teach you how to master your amazing machines and craft like a pro. In today's video, I am so excited to dive in to this huge conversation. If you're anything like me, you've been watching the laser industry and you've been seeing them getting more and more affordable and more exciting. In today's video, we're going to dive into what exactly you need to consider when it comes to picking out a laser machine and to see if a laser machine is even right for you. This video is going to be a huge resource for many of you on the fence about picking up one of these machines. If you're ready to go, let's dive in. The number one and the biggest objection, even for myself, is Tanner, it's so expensive. Why? Why is it so expensive? Why would I need something like that? And boy, oh boy, yes. Can I just say, for anyone out there that's like, whew, this is an investment, you're right. Like, one thing about this specific machine, which is an M1 Ultra by Xtool, I'm enjoying it so far. The one thing I don't love about it is that there's so many different bundles. Seriously, you can go from spending $1,000 for a 10-watt laser all the way up to the full largest bundle with a 20-watt laser at over $3,000. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, but when you start talking about lasers, lasers can be as low as $1,000 or as high as $30,000. What you may be more familiar with is something like a Glowforge, which is still coming in right around that $10,000 mark, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending on what add-ons are purchased over there. So one thing that really has excited me is about this Xtool lineup is that I finally feel like this is a consumer laser. So yes, it is a lot of money, but in comparison to the full laser market, what we as consumers have to know is that this is very much on the consumer at-home beginner base level, because it is a 1/10 of the price of what super large lasers are going for and what people that do this professionally every single day are spending, which is more like $30,000, which I would only spend that much money on something like a car. So, first of all, I want to validate that yes, this is for sure an investment. Whether or not people are spending $30,000 or not, we as creatives and crafters are accustomed to spending $300–400. And even that sometimes feels like a large investment, right? So what I want to talk about is why you may want to consider saving maybe all year to invest in a laser for Christmas, for a business endeavor, anything like that. I know that these machines are super powerful, and one story I always like to tell people when they're considering a Cricut is that I watched one of my best friends pay for a full brand new washer and dryer set just from making and selling items with her Cricut. 100%, that's how she paid for it all, from the profits of her craft business. So if you're here and you're like, Tanner, I want to make a laser work, I encourage you to start thinking in a way of how you can let the laser pay for itself, all right? Because when you start making this higher level investment, you are going to notice that you're able to do a lot more. Like right out of the gate, this thing can do a lot. This is a 4-in-1 laser machine. It is a typical die cutting machine that has all the adaptive tools. It has the rotary blade, the adaptive tools, the regular blade. It has a laser, which you can choose. Do I want a 10-watt or a 20-watt laser? And last but not least, this right here is a full inkjet printer. What? A full inkjet printer. It's crazy, okay? So obviously, it is going to be an investment. It is simplifying and giving you at your fingertips multiple machines in one, which is very fascinating. When you look at the precision and detail, it is going to allow for way more intricate designs, and you're going to see that it is able to cut through wood, it is able to cut through MDF, it is able to cut through acrylic as a base. Whereas us Cricut crafters have been accustomed to struggling to cut very thin basswood, struggling to cut through some of those thicker materials, and 1 or 2 times out of 4, almost 25 to 50% of the time, ending in a craft fail. What I want you to know about these machines is that this is the base. No longer is cutting paper, heat transfer vinyl, or vinyl the expected quality and like what they do really well. This is a true level up. Everything that we have cut on here with MDF, wood, acrylic, it can cut through very detailed. It can cut through very, very well with ease. And that's what I want you to understand, is when you are willing to make that higher investment, you are unlocking the potential for you to cut through more material with ease and 100%, accuracy every single time with no sweat to you. Whereas when you're using a machine that is $300 or $400 and trying to use it at the highest level, that highest level is now super easy to do because you're upgrading the hardware and you're upgrading to a laser essentially. So that's one thing I want you to consider. It has incredibly precise cuts and engraving. The engraving on here, let's just say we've used the engraving more than almost anything. Like we have engraved everything and it all looks incredible. Where my Cricut machine, engraving is okay. I don't feel like it is super easy to engrave. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Like that's kind of what I want you to really understand. The versatility is awesome. The professional and custom products available in this machine is again, super, super fantastic. And I love it. You're gonna get high quality and customized products with this that you would just not get in other traditional die cutting machines. And that's one thing that is just like across the board. Like you're just gonna notice a higher level available when it comes to this machine. If you're serious about crafting, if you feel like your regular die cutting machine has been a little boring and you're not getting the highest quality, you're ready to take your craft business serious or anything in between, one thing I'll tell you is that if you're willing to invest in your creations, invest into your crafting, you will see the return here and it'll be quite impressive. A lot of you may be on the fence, nervous about being able to use one of these machines because it seems overwhelming. My experience has not been that. It's actually been really fun because they have thought about simplifying the process way more. Whereas I think we've just been for 3 or 4 years using a Cricut and really struggling to cut those thicker materials. We just assume that hardship would be brought over here. What I can tell you on the flip side, after finally using it, is it's actually like, oh, such a breath of fresh air. I'm ready to come up with the next idea, the next idea, the next idea. Like it is kind of addicting and I think you'll be up for it. So I'm not saying you need to invest in it today. I'm thinking it's something you want to consider and see if you were to invest in it, how do you want to pay yourself back? Would that be with giving everyone in your family handmade gifts for that year? Would you sell items to make up the investment? Or are you just saying, you know what, I work really hard, I want to treat myself? Whichever one I think is a phenomenal answer, but I think just knowing which one fits for you is the most important. Next question is, I don't know how to use a laser machine. It's gotta be harder than Cricut, right? Well, here's the thing. I want you to understand that this is a new machine. Just as starting anything for the first time, you need to humble yourself. You need to understand that you're not going to get this machine and know everything about it, and stop making that a problem, right? Enjoy the learning curve. Enjoy being humbled. Enjoy learning and slowing down to learn this process. Now, there are not a ton of videos on the internet about this machine, so that can be very alarming. Here's the deal. If you're interested in learning more about this machine and you're a Makers Gonna Learn member, please chime in the comments down below. Because if we get the demand for it, we will add a course or two explaining exactly how to use it and bringing the flavor of our teaching style to the industry if that's something you're interested in. I'm not sure. So you need to chime in and you need to let us know if that is something that you need help with when it comes to some of these machines. Because there is a learning curve when it comes to any new machine, anything new you want to do. If you're getting into the gym for the first time, there's a learning curve. If you're trying to eat really, healthy, there's a learning curve. If you're going from a traditional die cutting machine to a laser, it's not if there's a learning curve, it's that there is a learning curve, and that's okay. Don't make it a problem, make it exciting. When was the last time that you did something new? Chances are it's time to do something new. I recently learned how to wake surf, and it was very humbling to me to continually fall over and over and over again. But now that I've mastered something brand new, it is so much fun to get out there and to surf off a boat, and it's so good. I want you to kind of bring childlike energy to whatever new machine you decide to go with. And if you end up wanting one, to bring that energy, like allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to explore and learn and, play around with it. I think you'll be shocked at how much fun it is. And that's at least the experience that I have been experiencing with this machine and the decision I've made to experience. Now, next up, I want to talk about when it comes to the software. I've been making a few videos about this machine and just lasers in general, and I haven't dove into the software, but if you're someone like me that have used a Cricut for years, I will tell you that their creative space, which Cricut Design Space is over here, and then Xtools calls it Creative Space, I believe. And inside of that software, it mimics Cricut quite a bit. Like you can definitely tell, like not only are their mats similar colored or exactly the same colors as Cricut, their software is very much mimicked over Cricut as well. So you can rest assured that things are going to be in similar-ish places. One thing that our team shared with me that I totally agree with is that not all the buttons are marked. So you do have to familiarize yourself with the buttons and exactly how that works and things like that. Very, very important. So it is a new software, but it mimics Cricut very, very well if you're using Xtool. And I think it's something that you can overcome, and we're already finding how we're developing our internal process when it comes to utilizing this machine. And I think it'll be something fun we can teach you as well to quickly pick up and master too. Again, what I want you to consider when it comes to mastering something new is if you're willing to take on the uncomfort and the discomfort of being able to learn something new, think about what's on the other side of that. Think about how much more potential you have. Think about how many more new materials you'll have at your fingertips in your craft room. I want to tell you that it's not if it would be worth it, it's that it will totally be worth it for you to expand your horizon into a new machine. I think it would be a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I know you will too. The last question I want to address is how would my Makers Gonna Learn membership integrate with a laser machine? And my friends, I am so excited to announce that all of our files, all of our fonts, all of our items that you've used for years at Makers Gonna Learn easily integrates over into any other laser machines software as well. So as easily as it's been to upload fonts to your computer, start working with them, that is now available in those softwares. Our files and our downloads, whether it's SVG or PNG, you can download those and utilize in the software too. So I promise you, if you decide to go down a new machine route as well, it is not as scary as it may sound. And here's the thing. We are at the pulse of you as the creative, telling us what you need as we, kind of navigate an expanding industry. One thing I know about the industry is that when there's competition, the number one person who wins is the consumer. Whether it's getting better priced items, whether it's getting more innovation, you will benefit when there's more companies competing with one another. I love competition, and I'm excited to see what all of these different machines can do. And who knows, it couldn't be a few months, maybe less than a year, that Cricut, my friends, brings a laser machine to the market as well. But here's what I can promise you. Whatever you are guiding and wherever the industry is going is where we are headed to. So if you need more advanced trainings on mastering the fundamentals and everything like that, that is something we are definitely speculating and discussing internally here at Makers Gonna Learn, because we are an empowered company that believes that we have some of the best files, fonts, and library of art, but we know it takes powerful tools to be able to unlock that true potential. So if you have a membership at Makers Gonna Learn, or if you're considering becoming a member, I highly recommend getting plugged into our community. If we didn't have any of our over 20,000 pieces of art, the membership would still be worth it for the community, the education, the inspiration, and the motivation that we provide. So I want to tell you to rest assured, no matter where you're at, whether you're considering joining, whether you're already a member, we would love to have you, or we'd love for you to use your images, art in all of these new machines. We'll be sharing how they all integrate together really well as you all share with us that you need it. So I am super, super excited. These have been all of my honest thoughts for me as someone who has pretty much only used a Cricut machine for 15 years, been considering expanding my horizon, playing with new machines, having so much fun with it. And I wanted to make this video for maybe someone out there that's been considering it too. If you have any questions, my friends, I'll be in the comment section down below. Leave me a question. Let me know what your honest thoughts are too. I would love to have a conversation with you down below. If you're new around here, my name's Tanner Bell, and I've been teaching people how to craft on YouTube for 15 years. And I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and learn from me and our amazing team of creative professionals here at Makers Gonna Learn, where we believe that you are the reason we craft. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Be sure to check out this video if you're interested in learning more about the X Tool Ultra. I'll link some of those things down below. Check out our free training down below as well, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.